Hello and welcome back to a new video. In this video I have a look back on the Fantastic Four 2005 and the Fantastic Four Rise of the Silver Surfer from 2007. Alright, let's take a journey back to a time when superheroes were a bit more colorful. We're talking about the Fantastic Four movies from 2005 and 2007. Now, I know what you're thinking. Those movies were terrible. And yeah, compared to the MCU movies, they don't at all hold up. But let's be honest. We're talking about a time when the MCU was still but a mere twinkle in Stan Lee's eye. These movies were undoubtedly products of their time. The early 2000s were a different era for superhero films. It was all about campy fun, big personalities, and a touch of cheesy dialogue. And believe it or not, the Fantastic Four comics are actually pretty campy and goofy themselves. So in a way, these movies were surprisingly faithful to their source material. One thing we can't deny is that these movies introduced the Fantastic Four to a whole new generation of fans. We got to see Reed Richards stretch, Sue Storm becoming invisible, Johnny Storm flaming on, and Ben Grimm transforming into the lovable, grumpy thing uttering his iconic, "It's clobbering time." This was the first time exposure of these iconic characters onto the silver screen as well. Now let's talk casting. The original Fantastic Four had a certain charm. Ioan Gruffudd as Reed Richards, Jessica Alba as Sue Storm, Chris Evans as Johnny Storm, all of them brought a youthful energy to their roles. And let's not forget the incredible Michael Chiklis, who absolutely nailed the role of the Thing. His performance was a standout, capturing the character's gruff exterior and heartfelt interior. Last, but certainly not least, was Julian McMahon's Doctor Doom. Often way too quickly, and to my opinion, unjustly branded as a complete failure. All while his Doom actually fitted the 2005 and 2007 representations of the first family on the silver screen actually pretty perfectly. The Silver Surfer, created by Jack the King Kirby, is the only character who appeared in only one of the two films instead of both. So I treat him as such. Does this mean I didn't think much of the character? Heck no. With the two-actor portrayal, Doug Jones physically shaped the Surfer, while Lawrence Fishburne voiced the character, did far from work out like with the iconic Darth Vader. The result wasn't a total bust either. The character actually perfectly came across as otherworldly as well as in sync with the tone of both FF movies. Now, discussing the 2005-2007 FF movies, you can't go around the special effects. And while these look a bit dated by today's standards, there were some genuinely impressive shots in these movies. Remember that scene where the Fantastic Four first discovered their powers? Or the Human Torch's flame form and the Silver Surfer's epic sequences. For their time, they were pretty sound. In these movies, they even still relied on practical effects, like for the Thing, for instance. Of course, these movies weren't at all without their flaws. The plots predictable, The dialogue could be cringe-worthy at times, and the overall tone was inconsistent. But let's be real, superhero movies were often hit and miss, and basically still finding their footing back then. It's interesting though to see how fan opinions have evolved over the years. These days, there's no denying that fans are somewhat split on these movies. While some may have, well, outgrew them, for others, they'll always hold a special place in their hearts because despite their shortcomings, these films had heart. One thing's for sure, though, to this very day, these films spark conversation about superhero adaptations. And they're undeniably stepping stones that helped pave the way for the MCU, kicking off with 2008's Iron Man and climaxing with 2019's Endgame. So, next time you're in the mood for a nostalgic trip, give these Fantastic Four movies another watch. They might not be perfect, but they're definitely entertaining. And who knows, maybe you'll discover a new found appreciation for them. Anyway, did you grew up with these FF movies from 2005 and 2007? Or did you get to know them way later on? What's your opinion on them? Or don't you have an opinion at all? Let me know in the comments below. I'm curious to read your reactions. Alright, that's it for now. Thanks for hearing me out. Take care, and until next time.